hello everybody also from my behalf. So I come from Vaisala. So I trust that most of you know Vaisala here in Finland. So we are like a middle-sized company here in Finland, mostly concentrating on measurements for meteorological and weather solutions, but also in other fields like industrial measurements and also in the fields of renewable energy, for example. But last fall we in fact did quite a big step forward. So we made a small company acquisition here in Finland and acquired air quality technology here in Finland. So we decided to move more strongly into air quality monitoring technology. And as one great progress now in this new business area, I'm glad to introduce this Helsinki Air Quality Testbed program, where we are also as one partner. So other partners here are Finnish Meteorological Institute, Helsinki University, Helsinki Regional Services, and then also Pekasor as another company from Tampere region for air quality monitoring. Let me quickly give a short introduction about air quality and some really serious effects we have now lately understood related to air quality. So I trust that most of you have noticed the recent news about the health effects of poor air. So latest research shows that even 5 to 7 million people are died annually prematurely because of poor air. And this is of course a global and huge growing problem. So it's great that we in our way also can be part of now helping this situation globally. And unfortunately it seems that it's not only the deaths, so it's also various deficiencies within birth, babies given too early with different problems. Also Alzheimer's disease and dementia is unfortunately now linked to pollution. So it's a really serious problem we are dealing with now. Okay, so what are basically these harmful pollutants what ruin our health and kill us? So I'm just dividing these pollutants now into key groups, two groups here. So we have gases and then we have these so-called particulates. So typically we are talking about NOxes, so NO2 and NO and NO2 gases, which are typically coming from traffic and from very old cars, for example. Then we have ozone as a secondary pollutant, which is also linked to NO2 and NO gases. CO, which is häkä in Finnish, it's related to incomplete combustion from industrial sources, for example, and then we have SO and SO2 gases, which are typically coming from different industries, especially from ships, for example, which are big pollutants globally. Then another group are these particulates. So we are dividing the particulates into different classes based on the size. So we are talking about PM2.5 and PM10 particulates, which are typical indicators, and then there are also these nano-size particulates, which are in a way the most dangerous for human health. So those are exactly the ones which penetrate into lungs and then cause these symptoms. And just to show two very different maps now how air quality is today globally. This is the PM2 point, so this particulate concentration globally. And it of course indicates here that China and Asia are in a way the worst regions for that. Interestingly, you can however see that, for example, Sahara is shown here as a key area. And this now comes from the fact that when we are talking about particulates, so sand is also a particulate, so that's why it's visible in this picture. But when we look at the concentrations of nitrogen dioxide, so we can again see that now Europe is in fact quite strongly there, and as well Northern America. And if you look at very closely this map, you can see that this yellow part is continuing to Helsinki Region also. So it seems that we are not completely safe either here. Okay, then just showing a picture or two pictures I took myself in Beijing, in Marriott Hotel opposite to Vaisala office last September. So this is during 1 week, 2 very different days in here. On one day there was a really clear sky, beautiful weather, no air quality issues, and I checked that the PM2 value was surprisingly low in Beijing, only 17. But later during the week the pollution arrived like a wave there. It was amazing how quickly it arrived during the night, in the morning, so these pictures are taken about in the same time of the day, so you can see that the view was completely different from the window. So just illustrating how horrible the situation can be globally. Luckily in Helsinki we are not experiencing such a bad situation, but like Eetu mentioned, we are not completely safe either here, so especially during winter and springtime, so there is lots of emissions from the cars. Then these stub tires, nastarenkaat, release quite a lot of dust during the springtime. So there is lots of sources also, especially in Helsinki city center, in heavily loaded roads. And like mentioned, so the estimate is that even 40% of Helsinki citizens really get various symptoms of poor air. And we are following European Union regulations, and unfortunately we are exceeding the limit of NO2 also sometimes in a year. So situation is not so good, and as worst, really the estimate says that even 1,600 people in Finland is killed too early because of poor air. So we do having issues also here in Finland. But then let's move now to this real topic. So this Helsinki Metropolitan Air Quality Test Bed. Like discussed earlier here, there is several goals now in this project. First of all, I have to say that it's great that we have been able now to get together all these partners that we have in this project. So Helsinki University, FMI, HSY, Vaisala, Pegasor, so to really bring this knowledge together. And when talking about the goals, so one is of course that we want to improve the life of people here in Helsinki region. So this means that people are getting better services concerning air quality, forecast, possibly alerts. It's easier to plan traffic and design in the future for Helsinki decision makers. And of course there is the business side also. So this concept can be quite easily then multiplied globally also, and then there are also new services and products which can be developed based on this concept. And of course research is an important part here. So the research partners here, Helsinki University and FMI, are going to carry on research, which is of course supported by several parties here. What really happens now in this project is that Vaisala, we as a manufacturer, we are going to provide air quality sensors in Helsinki region, approximately 15 pieces around the metropolitan area. These sensors will measure all these key gases, just discussed, so NO2, ozone, CO and SO2, and then these particulates. Then the company from Tampere, Pegasor, will deliver larger equipment, so the size of those Pegasor equipment is perhaps 1.5 meter, and this instrument visibly there is concentrating on nano-size glass particulate measurement. So they are measuring the mass and also this number of these very small particulates. Then FMI is going to apply on the comprehensive air quality model, a so-called fusion model, which takes into account several aspects, the sensor data, meteorological data, global air quality data. So Lasse Johansson is going to tell more about that. Helsinki University is going to carry on several research topics in here. So of course they are going to compare with Kumpula systems. They have really state-of-art systems in Kumpula, but then research related to aerosol concentrations, numbers, chemical composition of those particulates, so-called trace gases and so on. And then HSY is going to act as a platform in this project. So for example, HSY is offering the sites where we are able to install the instruments, where we are able to conduct these measurements, and of course then sharing the information to Helsinki citizens and also contributing to research is an important part in here. The ultimate goal is to really, the topic is not visible in here, but it says that Helsinki Metropolitan should be the cleanest capital in the world. That's the goal ultimately, and of course we want to be like a showcase to the world. So it's really excellent that we can now create and combine this knowledge, high-end and high-quality knowledge what we have with various partners here in Finland. This is really unique in globally, so like FMI, Helsinki University, they are very globally known. Markku Kulmala, for example, has the membership of Chinese Academy currently. So, and of course, as Vaisala, we consider that we are like a high-quality company, as well Pegasor in their field. So it's really great that we can combine all this knowledge, and we think that this is in fact quite unique in the world. No other country can offer this kind of package. So this will be a showcase, a pilot, a demo which all of these partners now can utilize in the future for our research and businesses. So we are really looking now for expansion globally also based on this concept. Okay, thank you.
Can I have one question?
Yes, please.
Air quality is measured currently already in Helsinki, and it's the air quality measurement system is quite good. So why is this even better or improved?
We are of course going to include also these measurements here, and these are actually managed now by OSU here. So they will be fully utilized here, but now the idea here is exactly what you mentioned concerning these supplementary air quality networks, that as we supplement and complement these large containers with very accurate instruments with this kind of sensors, so we are going to get very local information from different parts of the city, both time-wise and also in spatial aspect. So in city there are different areas like tall buildings and street canyons, industries and water and parks, and they all play a role and create the topology of the city. So now we can get much more accurate data and of course utilize this in air quality modeling. So that's what Lasse is going to now talk about.